Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to the Minute Channel. Today this is a different kind of video. I have decided to start this what I will call raw unfiltered opinions, hot takes, whatever you want to call it. This is Hot Takes Thursdays. This is gonna be a new series in the channel. I have yet to decide whether I should do this weekly or bi-weekly or however. Yeah, I haven't decided yet. But in this particular episode, which is the first episode today, we're gonna be talking about my hot take in what it is the ports or the hashtag free persona, whatever you want to call it. This is a hot topic, things that people really talk about quite often, and today we're just going to talk about how I feel about it and also what the community feels about this, because this definitely goes in a lot of different directions. However, let's keep this discourse just kind of good. I don't want this to be toxic or anything like that. I really just want to talk about the issue and talk about what I feel about this overall. So my first and I'll be 100% honest with you guys. Again, this is what this video is for. I don't really care much for ports. I'm gonna come across as kind of like almost like elitist here, but I don't really care about more ports coming or anything like that. Frankly speaking, I have played all the Persona games already. I have played them multiple times and I do own most of them, so in that sense I don't have the desire to play them more times. You know, like for example, recently Persona 4 Golden came out on PC and I was like, dude, I'll play it again on PC. Why is there a reason why I wanted to do that? Because there's not a lot of people out there that have a PS Vita. The Vita is discontinued now. It's good to have another one, but honestly speaking, the only reason why I got it was because it was $20. It was $19.99. I was like, well, I can afford $19.99. I can buy the port one more time. But to be frankly speaking, I absolutely didn't need it. Neither did I was hoping for the for a port for it. You know, I played the game 6 times before this new time again that I'm replaying it again, and I know the story like the back of my hand. You know, I have absolutely no desire to play the game one more time. I already had enough of times with it. Same thing with Persona 5. I played Persona 5 twice. I played Persona 5 Rojo, and obviously the whole spin-offs and everything like that. I don't have the desire to get it on Switch. In fact, if it goes on Switch, I'll probably buy it for the collection aspect of it, but I'm probably not gonna sit and play it again. I know a lot of people replay games a lot. I don't. Honestly, 2 reasons for that is one, with the channel and everything, I just have so many games to play. In fact, I'm always streaming, always playing games, and it's somehow a little bit hard sometimes to kind of fit some games into it. Not only that, but I also have so many other games to play. As Xenoblade Chronicles, the second game to play. I have the Digimon games that I want to play. I have so many other games that people keep recommending me, like the Trails of series. That's another series that people have been recommending me. So I have all these games that I want to play, and I can't just stop and continue to play the same games over and over again just because we keep getting ported into another system. I have other games to play. Honestly, that's what it is. My audience may want me to play these games, but overall, I just don't have any desire for more ports. You know, I particularly am in a camp more like I would like more games, new games. You know, whether it's some situations like Persona 5 Strikers, or maybe Persona 6, or maybe another spin-off that they make, or maybe some Shin Megami Tensei games. Now, where I see it on ports is I do imagine, and I imagine that there's a lot of people that want to play the older games like Persona 1 and 2, Shin Megami Tensei 1 and 2, games that are absolutely almost impossible to find nowadays or play in modern consoles. That I approve. I do feel like this is a good idea to get those ported over, especially, for example, some of these games never came to the West. There's a lot of games that never really arrived because of licensing issues, or the themes at the time were probably too controversial for the games or anything like that. So things like that, I 100% imagine why Atlus wouldn't bring those into the West. And I kind of feel like a lot of these games I really do want to play. For example, Shin Megami Tensei 1 and 2. I never played this before. I really want to check them out. Persona 1 and 2. You know, I played those, but I feel like if they did a port or an HD remaster or something like that, I may gonna probably gonna go and check them out again. There's a lot of these games that, because they're too old now, they are really hard to find. However, games like, I don't know, Persona 3, Persona 4, a lot of the games or anything like that, I feel like those games don't necessarily need a port. In particular, my opinion. However, that's how I feel about it. However, I do understand why a lot of people want ports for this game. I understand why people are looking into, or begging, literally port begging, these games to come into other systems. A lot of these games are just 100% hard to find. It's really hard, for example, almost impossible for you to be able to play in modern consoles Persona 4 Dancing, or in fact, Persona 4 Dancing only came out as a packet with the dancing games. Otherwise, you cannot find that one. Although, for example, will be things like the Persona 4 Arena games, again, Persona 1 and 2, Persona 3, maybe a little bit hard to find, Persona 4, now it's on PC, there's a lot of different games. For example, Shin Megami Tensei is coming to Switch and PS4 recently, so I see why a lot of people want a lot of these older games, or games that are hard to find. I understand 100% why a lot of people want ports. My camp on this is, if you want a port, I really hope that Atlus actually delivers on that. They actually go and drop off ports. Now, the issue with ports, and this is now when it comes to reality and what has been going on with ports in the last 3 years, ports are not good. The ports that Atlus has made so far are subpar, and we're talking about every single port that we had so far on recent memory. When it comes to things like the HD remaster for Nocturne, it had not only graphical issues, it had performance issues, it had issues with the compressed audio. There's a lot of issues that the game had. Now it's been patched, but however, we need to acknowledge the fact that these issues existed. Persona 4 Golden was another example as well. The game came to PC and it had again some issues. In fact, some issues, I'm still dealing with them on the PC. I have an excellent PC that plays games in 4K or 120 FPS. The game run great. However, for some reason, Persona 4 keeps crashing me really badly. In fact, in one of the streams that I was having, it crashed about 3 or 4 times. Mind you, I'm not even playing the game in 4K. I'm playing it on 1080p because of same reasons. I thought that maybe the performance was going on or something like that. Nope, the game's still crashing on me from time to time. It still has some other issues that I haven't mentioned that from other people. Atlus has had notorious issues with ports. Catherine Classic on PC as well has some issues as well. These issues were never fixed. In fact, they weren't even there wasn't a single patch for it. So overall, let's be honest here. While Atlus and us, we want these ports, I also am cautiously optimistic because of this issue. I want Atlus to be able to port this game, but I also want them to continuously fix and improve games that have issues as they come along. Atlus overall is is notorious for not releasing fixes. In fact, Persona 5 has some bugs. Original Persona 5, I believe Thomas Spencer told me it had maybe 1 or 2 patches, and it never patched any of the issues. It was mostly like grammatical errors or things. It was a Western patch, really, but it wasn't a performance patch of any kind. In fact, I don't think Persona 5 Royal had more than 1 patch, I think. And again, it was a Western patch. It wasn't anything of that sort. So, while games have issues, Atlus is notoriously known for fixing or patching this game. So, this is another thing that we need to consider as well when we're moving forward, looking for ports. I'm sitting in the camp where I don't really mind if ports come in or not, but I know a lot of people do want them. And I sit with you. I see where you want the ports. I understand, I agree with you. Yes, let's get all the games in other platforms. There's absolutely no reason why we don't get games on Switch or PC or Xbox or PlayStation 4, whatever system you want them. I feel like yes, the games will be there. However, in these aspects, I am a little kind of almost down about it because every single port that we had in recent memory hasn't been good. It's just a fact. This is 100% truthful. You can find plenty of other things online where people will tell you about this and their experiences with this. So overall, just be cautiously optimistic about this. Be aware that these issues do exist. And moving forward, what do you want from Atlus? What kind of ports would you like to do? How do you feel about ports? About port begging and about that kind of stuff? Let me know in the comments below. Again, this is just my raw opinion on this. Not like starting anything, but I'm not trying to be toxic or anything like that. I'm just trying to tell you my thoughts about it, but I also want to hear how the community feels about it. How do you feel about ports? How do you feel about port picking? How do you feel about Atlus not patching or maybe fixing some of these games later on as they're released? I don't know. Let me know in the comments below if you know. Please consider liking and subscribing, and I'll see you guys next time.